The accommodation crisis in Johannesburg, which has been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and if you're not working and don't have a regular income, it's almost impossible to find a permanent, decent and secure place to live in. A number of people have taken residence at the Brixton Cemetery. Our reporter, Mnisi, is there and joins us live now. Linda, a dire situation. As you are in that cemetery. Talk to us then about the different people who have sought shelter among the dead.
Well, Bongiwe, you'd be forgiven for thinking that we're shooting a scene for Salagova Fileo, a show named Living Amongst the Dead. Now, here at Brixton Cemetery, that name is quite literal, as there are people that are living amongst the dead. It's a group of homeless people that have moved away from the streets, setting up shelters and living here. What it looks like, Bongiwe, it's like a normal household. They live here, they eat, they bath, and as it's the evening, they usually come back where they sleep. So I'll give you a sense then of what it looks like. So these are real graves that you're seeing right in front of you, and they've set up their homes in between graves. I'm joined now by one of the ladies who'll give us an explanation as to, how they've been living here. She's asked to be anonymous and for us not to reveal her identity. Ngibonga isikhathi sakho siswami. Ngicela mhlambe ungichazele ukuthi ukufika kwakho la ufike kanjani?
Oh, ngafika mina ngoMarch lana. It was very hectic. But anyway, enough of the hecticness. Mara, inking ambe kui family problems. So I had to go space with my family because we had too much problems to argue about. But anyway, ngithe ngifika lana ngathola bekunabanye bobhuti abangani engibaziyo bebahlala la. So kwamanje bachiftile bayele sokuyisikhashanyana. So behlala lana mara bebalala ngaphandle yabo. So bebalala ngaphandle la ngabona ukuthi good dangerous ukuthi kulalwe ngaphandle. Anyway siphathi imbe ngiyintombazana ngingedwa la. So ngabona ukuthi yazi ukuthini, why umuntu angayenzi i-room la emaphakathini kwalama grave, ngoba manje ngeke silale phezulu kwama grave. Mele manje senzeni silale la kule base zakhona. So ispace is right ilesi sisenzele ukuthi imvula mayinetha yangithola sibe sesi covered si-shield kahle.
Awungisondeze ungibonise ukuthi mhlambe indawo enjani. I'll just ask my colleague Daniel to step closer to give us a sense of what it looks like between those graves.
La sifake umbhede yabo silungise njengendlu ukuthi kubonakale ukuthi kuhlala abantu. Anyway, khona kuyaphileka kona mara it's too hectic because it's on the street. Mara siyazama ukuphila. Anyway, kodwa it's too safe ngoba manje sinama security ayasigada lana. Nathi siwagadile as much as nathi sigade amathuna ukuthi bangawa moshi and nezinto zingamoshakali.
Government was set up a shelter. I remember at the beginning of COVID. Why is it that anzange niye shelter nina xolela ukuthi ngcono nizohlala la emathuneni?
Unfortunately shelter akukho safe. Ngoba abantu abaningi bayabulalana yabona nama medication akhona bahlale bawa produce njalo. So ngophume shelter ubuya kuphi ekhona la estradini uphinde futhi wenzeni uqalele phansi manje udlele leziyobisi zangakhona. Manje le medication izokusiza ngani ke mase ubuyele khona ke kule zinto ezidliwa la emzansi ngoba ziningi inhlobo nezinhlobo. So ngeke ngisho ukuthi eziphi.
Yeah. So amaphoyisa mhlamba weza azonisusa lana njengoba senihlala la.
No, awafika azosisusa amaphoyisa ayeza azobheka ukuthi indawo settled kahle nathi si right, and babheka ukuthi kunabantu mhlambe abahamba ebusuku ukuthi babheka ukuthi igebengu azihlukumezi or something. Mara after all there's nothing more than that.
Akuna ipoko ke la, because I mean sazamatuna.
Oh dear, guys. There's no ancestor of anyone who is scared of ghost means.
Yeah, yeah.
Sonke sabantu labantu bazilelele nje kamnandi peacefully and relaxed. So there's nothing wrong about that. Akupokwa akwenziwa lutho. It's just a cool place.
Okay, thank you so much. That's one of the ladies that lives here. Bungiwe explaining to us how she got here. She says that she had family problems, and as a result of them not being able to be resolved, she then decided to live on the streets. But she found a couple of guys, because she was also experiencing problems in the streets, who were living here, and she thought it would be a much safer environment for her to live in. So that structure that you saw there, they've set up that structure, and she believes it's much warmer, because even during rainy days, she says they're able to be protected from the rain. They've put a mattress in there, as you can see from here, a bit of sponge and a couple of clothes there. So it's between those graves, and she says it's pretty comfortable. In fact, when we arrived here, we found her sleeping. So she says it's pretty comfortable. I asked her about shelters, and and why they continue to reject shelters, as there were shelters being made available for the displaced people. She says that, of course, there are rules in those shelters. There are also, things like medication that they take. But at the end of the day, she highlights another issue, another problem that, is faced by displaced people of drugs, saying that the medication that they get given there, and when people come out of there, they continue using the same drugs that she says she won't name. She also speaks about, I asked her about ghosts. She says there are no ghosts. She believes that all of these people that are buried here are sleeping in peace. There is no ancestor that is here. So it's a pretty comfortable, she says it's a cool place. She uses the word a cool place to live in, which basically highlights her plight, saying that at that point there is no way that she could have mended things with her family, and that's how she landed here at the cemetery.